My name is Randy Bigley. Joining me on the podcast right now from the Northmor Local Schools, Superintendent Chad Redmond. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning, and as always, happy to be here today.
Well, good. Final stretch of school, man. The school year's about done.
Yeah, I know I was on a few weeks ago, and I'm going to be a little bit redundant today, but an exciting time, kind of the last stretch here. We're past the mid-quarter point at Northmor, so we're on that back half the year, we're in that fourth quarter and beyond that midpoint. So I truly don't have a count on days. I know I'm guessing a majority of the teachers and the kids could probably verbatim tell you how many days. And I get that. I'm a 12-month employee, so I work all year round.
I was going to say,
So I don't truly count the days, but life does change a whole lot when you lose 1,100 students, for summer break and your employees as well. It gets pretty quiet.
Oh, I bet it does.
It does. Myself and just a handful of people are still around the district during the summer, but very exciting time. With spring weather. Obviously we've been in and out of some good weather. It's been extremely nice, and then hot weather. Then it's been extremely nasty and cold. The snow yesterday blew my mind.
I was walking in this morning and there's frost on the ground. I go, what's going on here?
Right.
Last week it was warm and
sure. Can't fight with Mother Nature. She's gonna win.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Is exciting, and I said this last time around a few weeks ago. This is a big awards banquet ceremony time. So a lot of those things on the horizon. We have a number of kids that go to Pioneer. Pioneer has their academic awards banquet this Wednesday night. We have our academic awards later in May. I know I went back on until August, but that's on the horizon. Prom season, big time for proms. Prom's a very big deal to students and families, and we've all experienced that ourselves as young people. And so our prom is actually on May 13th.
Okay.
So looking forward to that.
Where's that at?
That's going to be at Mid-Ohio Educational Service Center. So that's going to be at 7 to 10 on that Saturday night. And excited about that. It's a great venue. I'm not sure if you've ever been over to Mid-Ohio.
It's where, since my wife is in charge of prom, that's where we have ours. So, yes.
Oh, Lexington does as well?
Every year I'll be there. I'm at Mid-Ohio, yes. Yeah. I'm very familiar with that place.
Sure, yeah, great venue. It's
perfect for that. It's a wonderful place.
It's a big space, and that's close to our kids. It's depending on where you live in the Northmor district. It could be 15 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, but excited about that as well.
Good.
Certainly wish those students safe travels to and from. Unfortunately, every year during prom season, we see some not so positive things come out of it, car accidents and some poor decision making. But we really get on the front side of that. We'll actually tomorrow we'll have an assembly. It's a distracted driving assembly. Being a rural district, we're 101 square miles. So we got kids traveling pretty far and wide. And in fact, our furthest out resident enrollment family is 17 miles from the school building. So that's quite a hike. 17 miles to drive to school and still be in district. And of course, we've got our open enrollment families that may even extend further out than that at times. But Ellie Donahue is our JOG teacher, and she runs our youth safety council. So they will have we'll have an assembly for that tomorrow to just talk about good decisions behind the wheel. In particular, it's a big time for a lot of the sophomores that are turning 16 or to get those driver's license, and that's a big deal. I think we all remember the day we got. You get those temps and you get those license, and it's kind of a rite of passage. It's a feeling of freedom for a young person to all of a sudden be behind the wheel now. But so we have that assembly tomorrow, and then we will have a mock crash. I'm looking at the date here. It's at 1 p.m., I believe, on Friday, May 5th. I don't have the calendar in front of me, but I should have written that down. But again, we'll have a real mock crash where it looks like a true accident. And it's pretty powerful. It's pretty moving. In fact, it's pretty disturbing to watch at times. But we're not trying to we're not trying to scare kids. We're just trying to teach reality.
It's reality. Exactly.
Make smart decisions during this time of year, particularly in prom season.
Wow, all kinds of stuff going on.
Right? Testing season as well. I brought that up last time I was on. The state requires a lot of high stakes tests for kids this time of year, and we're knee deep into that. And do want to thank our teachers. They help proctor those. Our curriculum director really facilitates that. She's also our testing coordinator. Her name's Amanda Albert. Actually a former resident of Bucyrus and a Bucyrus graduate, but works at Northmor and been at Northmor for quite some time. But it takes a lot of organization, a lot of moving pieces and parts, and our kids are working so hard on those tests. kids are tired.
Yeah.
They're worn out. They're ready for summer break. And to throw a bunch of standardized tests at them,
right.
is a challenge. But our kids rise to the challenge, and they do a really good job.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. It's of course, still when you got the spring sports going on right now too, and
sports they're well into their seasons, all having their amount of success. Softball's around 500 last I checked. Track athletes are having some success, and then our baseball team is really doing well. I haven't checked this week, but as of late last week, our baseball team was ranked 5th in the state in Division 4.
That's great.
And last I checked, they were 10 or 11-1.
Good.
So, and I know last night we did lose to Fredericktown, and I believe Fredericktown, and they're in our league. They're a contiguous district to us. I believe Fredericktown is the number one team ranked in the state in Division 3. And we lost to them 1-0 last night. So exciting. Of course, you had those beautiful ball fields.
Yes, right, exactly.
Makes it even more exciting.
Yes. Plus, going to be some additions coming here too, right?
The final phase of the outdoor project's underway. J&F Construction they are building a new concession stand ticket booth restroom area. Did run into a little bit of a permit issue. There was a mix-up at the state, so they've kind of put that on hold for a few days, but expect them back real soon, and they'll be back moving earth again and constructing.
Good, so they've already started then, huh?
Yeah, they came out for a week or so,
Yeah.
and then ran into a permit issue. It was an absolute inadvertent mistake on behalf of a group and actually the state kind of screwed up on a permit to do some things. But we've got that rectified. Took about 4 or 5 days, and expect them back real soon.
Good. Well, good. That's good to hear. So that should be done by the time school starts, right? Or close to it?
No, it's actually got a substantial completion date of, I believe, October 1 or November 1.
Oh, okay. So not too far into school.
Yeah, it'll be late into the football season before we get that really, able to use.
That'll be nice to be ready for next season.
It will be. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, Chad, thank you so much. The last day of school is when again?
Yeah, June 2nd is our last day of school for students. And then we have our graduation ceremony is on June 4th. And we do that in the high school gymnasium.
Wow.
It's a beautiful venue.
Yes, it is.
Climate controlled. I know a lot of folks like those outdoor graduations. We've not moved to an outdoor graduation. We're very traditional in the sense, and we do it in a high school gym. And it's not like the old days where you had to run box fans, and everybody's got their program in their hand, fanning their face.
I remember those days.
It's extremely hot. So we run that. We have like most buildings, the new facilities. We have that ability to cool.
And here's the good thing.
Cool the building down for comfortability for people.
If it's raining outside, you don't have to change. A lot of people that have the outdoor ones have to make arrangements right away to put it inside.
Yeah, you've always got to have that contingency plan in the event of rain.
But you guys don't have to worry about that.
That does create a lot of stress.
It does.
You've got to have that plan B.
Right, exactly.
At all
times. You do.
But excited about that, and rather small class this year.
Yeah.
I've been in the district 13 years, and we've graduated. I think the smallest group we've graduated is in the upper 60s.
Yeah,
and we've had classes. I think the biggest class is 100, 101.
Wow.
So this group's looks like about 71 students. We still have a few that we're poke prodding and pushing. We're going to have to drag across that finish line.
There's always a few, isn't there?
To get those diplomas. But we work hard at that, and we'll do everything we can to help these kids graduate.
All right, Chad. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming in. If I don't see you for the end of the year, I'll see you next year, right?
Okay. Yes, I think I'm back in August with you. So.
Yeah, you are, just before school starts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks for having me on. And
thank you, Chad, for coming in. I appreciate you keeping us all informed of what's going on with Northmor Schools all school year, pretty much, right?
Yes. Yep.
Right.
You're welcome.
My name is Randy Bigley. Joining me on the podcast right now from Wynford Local Schools, Superintendent Forrest Trisler. Hello, Forrest.
Hey, good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you.
Always great to be with you.
Same here, man. I tell you what, we're winding down to school year, aren't we?
It's gone so fast, I can't believe it.
I mean,
and it's been a great year.
It's flown by. This is your first year?
This is my first year and coming up to a close. And the kids and the teachers have just done such a great job. The community supportive of the school. I couldn't ask for anything more. First year superintendent.
That's awesome. Good deal. And of course, you work year round, so your vacation isn't coming up at all or anything. So summer break for you. You'll be working.
Not till end of June into the 4th of July.
Right. There you go. There you go. So what's going on for the last part of the school?
Well, we got a lot of things going on. We've got the typical great year-end things like band concerts and choir concerts. We've got a 6th grade band concert tonight at 6 o'clock. 7th and 8th grade band there on Thursday night at 7:30. We've got, and we moved that one a little later due to a middle school track meet. We've got high school band and jazz band on Thursday, May 11th, and then the marching band banquet on the 16th.
Oh, wow. Lots of things going on.
You know, you follow band right up with choir, and you've got middle school choir on May 18th early at 6, followed up by the high school choir on the 18th at 7:30. And, you know, then by that point in time, you've got things like senior awards night happening Tuesday, May 9th in the auditorium. New to Wynford, we will have our Diploma Plus Acceptance Signing Day, Royal Signing Day on Thursday, May 11th at 9 a.m. We'll have more information out about that soon. We will be, for the elementary only, on a 2-hour delay for the last round of dyslexia training for our teachers on Thursday, May 4th. And that's elementary only. And then you got the famous Wynford FFA pork chop barbecue with Mr. Hoffman and Mrs. Martin and the FFA on Friday, May 12th at 4 o'clock. And contact them for tickets.
There you go. That's a big thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, when's school up? When's school over then this year?
School was over right at the end, right after graduation. So, yep.
Oh wow! So graduation, then school's out.
Yep, you got it.
Wow. So yes, coming up. So yeah. So how did the year go this year? What did you?
You know, the year went great. A lot of positives. I know I've talked before with you about the Early College Academy. We finalized our partnership with Marion Technical College. Cal Morris, their director of CCP, and Ellie Hess, their assistant director of College Credit Plus programming. We've got a great plan between Marion Tech and our counselor Shelley Ashley and our principal Julie Miller. Just exceeded my expectations. Wynford kids starting next year, moving through, will be able to take 60 semester hours of college courses, and they even have an associate's degree track where kids will actually be able to graduate with that associate's degree right before they graduate from high school, just to the way Marion Tech's calendar and ours line up. So really, really excited about that.
They'll graduate with no debt too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that great?
With an associate's degree. And the neat thing about this is the science courses, the social studies courses, and the math courses are all taught by Wynford staff members who have their College Credit Plus certification.
Oh, great.
Marion Tech supplies the English professor, and then after that, kids can have the option of going to Marion Tech or doing electives. And a lot of the electives are the intro courses to the awesome career pathways they have there, like the STNA program, cybersecurity, pre-engineering, all their great programs. Our kids can, in the elective options, be able to begin a career pathway in one of those areas.
That's great. I mean, wow, what a way to get a jump start and everything, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Anything else happening?
We've got kindergarten screening coming up that I really wanted to cover. Wynford residents who have a child that'll be 5 years old on or before August 1st will need to attend kindergarten screening. All that information's on the website. Kindergarten screening will take place on August 9th, but you have to have registration for that. All that information's on the website, and the registration is being taken now through May 12th.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Anything else?
Sure, I'll keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll give you a quick athletics snapshot. First, our awesome athletic boosters. They are having their half beef or whole hog raffle with a free freezer. The drawing is on June 5th. Tickets are $10. See a Wynford Athletic Booster. Winner gets their choice of the cuts of meat, and the second place gets the remaining.
Okay.
Athletic-wise, we're going to start our track renovation. We're really excited. We have a brand new running surface here. They plan to start that mid-June to end of June. Did some upgrades out in the weight room in the field house with new dumbbells and new turf out there. And our athletic director wants everybody to remember, please get your physicals over the summer so that you are all set for fall, winter, or spring athletics. Those are good for 1 year, and summertime is always a great time to get that taken care of. And then our final health alert from the school nurse. She says, hey, I want to remind our parents, required immunizations for preschool, kindergarten, and 7th grade and seniors are due before school starts. Get those immunizations taken care of over the summer so that you have everything in order for your kid to start up the year successfully.
The health departments will tell you don't wait till a day or two before school starts because there's a lot of people that
the lines are too long. Get them done when you have time.
Exactly right. Exactly. All right. Anything else?
Construction update. We're wrapping up the final touches on the community center.
Okay.
The elementary renovation is complete, in the books, and done. The final touches are happening there with the community center. And then over the summer, when the kids are out of the building, we will actually make the final, we'll have the final punch list completed for the new middle school, high school project. That'll be complete.
Good.
Everything should be done at that point, and then we'll focus on that courtyard and get that looking great.
That's nice. All right. Well, cool. There's a lot of things coming up then, right?
Absolutely. DC, our eighth graders at the middle school, they are making their final DC trip preparation. When I was leaving, Mr. Conkle was getting ready to do a meeting with them, and our 8th grade students and staff are so excited to experience the nation's capital from May 9th to the 12th. Our state testing is finally wrapping up. The middle school is done. I believe the high school has just a few left, and then the elementary will be in their last week of testing as well.
Wow. Cool. All right. What else? Anything?
If you would happen to have a kindergarten kindergartner that's for next year that's already a Wynford preschooler, they'll actually have in-house kindergarten screening in-house, and that is going to be on where's that? On May 4th.
May 4th. Okay.
So if you're in-house with preschool and moving into Wynford kindergarten, they'll take care of that. But if you'd be a new enrollment again for kindergarten, you need to make an appointment. The information's on the website, and the new enrollment screening for kindergarten is on August 9th.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Fast and furious.
I was going to say, before we wrap it up, is there anything else you want to leave with? Or
I just want to thank the community. I want to thank the teachers, and above all, I want to thank the students and the staff for just a wonderful first year here at Wynford. I'm really proud of our district and the way we've rebounded from the pandemic and from COVID. We are back to normal, knock on wood, for hopefully a long time, and just really proud to be a Royal.
Feels good to be back to normal, doesn't it?
It does.
All the programs coming back and all that, and it just seems like when you didn't miss them until they were gone. You didn't realize what you had until they were gone, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Forrest, thank you so much, and I think we'll talk again in August. I think
sounds like a plan. As we're getting ready to start the year.
All right, exactly.
Great. Thanks so much for having me in, Randy.
Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
My name is Randy Bigley. Joining me on the podcast right now from Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, Todd Boyer. Hello, Todd.
Randy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? It's been a while since we spoke.
It has. I'm really happy to be back in front of the microphone with you.
And I'm glad you're back. And busy time right now, huh?
It is a very busy time. I tell you what, 2022 was a really, really tough year for the insurance industry. And Ohio Mutual wasn't able to escape that to the same degree that a lot of our competitors had tough years. We had a tough year as well on the financial side. One of the there was two things that were really at play. We had really just rocketing inflation, and that changes the cost factors for all of our products.
Sure.
And we price those sometimes a year and a half before we even start to collect that premium. So there's always a lag trying to catch up when insurance when the inflation takes off. So we're making up that ground, but it'll be a little while before we do. And everybody's going to share that pain. Everybody's insurance is going up, and our customers are not exempt from that either.
Right.
But in addition to that, we had just unprecedented weather losses, and they've continued into this year as well. So when you add inflation and you add really elevated costs for losses, it doesn't really work out well for the balance sheet.
Sure. We've had some nasty storms already this year.
Yeah. It's the weather pattern that we saw last year has continued into this year. So we're just really hoping that things kind of calm down for the rest of the year and become a little more normal.
Nice,
whatever normal is anymore.
Right, sure.
But we're hoping that that'll happen, and then we'll be able to make up some ground and kind of get things a little more little more in the black, a little less in the red.
Yeah. So how did 2022 go?
Well, we had a tough year on the financial side, but we really maintained a lot of momentum on some other important things. We made a lot of investments in technology and in our core systems, which we just need to do to keep up, make sure that we're staying competitive, make sure we're relevant in the market, make sure we're providing the best service we can for our members. And, we survey anybody that has a claim, anybody that buys a policy from us, and ask them how we're doing. And we really take that feedback very seriously, and that really drives a lot of our investments. It drives a lot of our priorities going forward. And we use a system called the NPS, or the Net Promoter Score, which is it's a proxy for loyalty, and it allows us to judge how loyal our current customers are, how likely they are to stay with us, recommend us to other people. And once again, we set a record high for that NPS score last year, even in the midst of a tough financial year where there was a lot of claim volume. We still were able to deliver on that promise that we've made to our customers.
Well, congratulations on that. That's good.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in that.
Wow, that's very cool news. Yeah. Yeah, wow. So it's that's hard to get too, isn't it?
It is, and you get to a certain level, and you it's harder to kind of add to last year's score. It kind of starts to become much more difficult, and you kind of grow more incrementally. But we'll take any kind of increase we can get.
Yeah, even with the changing of everything, you're still up there too. Right?
Yeah, one of the things we hear from our customers when we ask them for feedback is what their experience is with us and would they recommend us. And a lot of customers will tell us, hey, I don't have any experience filing a claim with you yet, so I don't know if I should recommend you or not. Because for a lot of people, that's kind of where the rubber meets the road with their insurance product. If I have a good claims experience, then I can recommend you to my neighbor or my friends or my family. One of the hidden blessings of a bad year with a lot of claims is that we had a chance to really shine and to show that experience for our customers. Usually we have about 1 in 10 of our customers in any given year that will file a claim. That number was a little elevated last year. We like to look at it kind of with the glass half full perspective, that gave us a chance to show more of our customers that key moment of truth where we really turned up and showed what we promised to do when they had a loss. And we got really marvelous feedback from a lot of our customers, and that's really gratifying, and it shows that we're keeping aligned with what our values and goals are.
Yeah. Things get back to normal pretty much. Is this all COVID things about over with?
Yeah. It's I think for a lot of people, the work environment has kind of settled back down. Yeah. Ohio Mutual is still working in a hybrid environment. So we have a varying number of people actually in town in the building from day to day. Usually Wednesdays are our high water market.
Okay.
I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that high water mark is because we provide lunch to everybody that day.
That could be.
So a lot of people like coming into the office that day and getting the company provided lunch. But that's a day a lot of people target coming in, and that's a very collaborative day. There's a lot of meetings, a lot of people, one-off conversations in the hallways, and those things are really important to maintain and to build culture.
Yeah, sure.
But we also wanted to have the flexibility for our employees to be able to work remote, because that's something that a lot of people want, and a lot of people in the market are expecting that. And so we need to make sure that we're keeping in balance between bringing people in and allowing people to work remotely. And we seem to have kind of found a really good balance to this point.
Good.
And so we've had to invest in some of our technology to make sure that our meetings can be experienced fully, whether you're in the building or whether you're at your desk at home or on the road somewhere. So we've made some investments with that, but we've really, I think, been able to meet that challenge as well. And it's kind of a new day in terms of that office environment experience, and we're moving forward.
I do a lot of meetings with Zoom, Microsoft, what's Microsoft?
Teams.
That stuff, all the time.
Yeah. So when we renovated the building a few years ago, we put a whole new suite of kind of meeting spaces in.
Okay.
And we put in new technology, and at the time that technology was state-of-the-art, and it was designed for, hey, we might have 1 or 2 people who are remote and everybody else is in the room.
Right.
And so the technology we had was very appropriate for that circumstance. And then we found that, we have sometimes an equal amount or even more that are remote, and we had to make some upgrades in that equipment to make sure that all of those meeting participants are having an equal experience and can contribute to the conversation equally. It's been difficult to find kind of the right technology and get it in and get it just set up just right, but we're well on our way to getting that all taken care of.
Yeah, technology is always changing, isn't it?
It certainly is. But, we have to because that's the environment we're in.
Exactly.
And we want to make sure that if somebody's working for Ohio Mutual, they don't feel like they're at any disadvantage in terms of their ability to contribute just because they're remote.
Yeah. And this way it is here too. I mean, there's people, the salespeople there's times when they're not here all day. I mean, they're out working, they work remotely a lot, I work remotely on Friday, so there you go. So it's everywhere. Yeah,
it's everywhere, and it's become an expectation for an awful lot of people that that they just don't really want to work 5 days in the office. And we let our different departments kind of make that schedule, just depending upon what works right for the kind of work they're doing. Some of our folks have a very collaborative kind of job description, so they need to be around people. They need to have a lot of meetings. They need to have that group kind of context to do well with their job. And so those are the folks who are probably in the building more often. And then we have people who are, I'm going to be head down on a spreadsheet all day today. Whether I'm doing that in a cube at the office or at my desk at home doesn't really matter. My work is still going to be exactly the same. The environment around me almost doesn't matter. So for those folks, they're in the building a little bit less because that's the nature of their job. So we try to provide a lot of flexibility for our managers to determine what's the right balance of in the office and working from home. So different departments have different schedules like that, but try to make sure that it's the right balance in order to continue to maintain our culture, which is very, very important to us, and also to get the work done and also to be competitive in terms of employment and recruiting.
Sure. Anything else we haven't touched on you want to say before we go?
No, just everybody just kind of batten down the hatches a little bit. Everybody's insurance is going to be a little more costly in the short term, and that's across the entire industry. Because it's a rising tide that's going to float all boats a little bit higher. We all are sharing those costs. So even if you're not filing a claim, there's a lot of people who have that same policy who are fellow customers that do, and those costs are just really elevated right now. It's going to take a little while for that to calm down.
But they will.
They will. Yeah. It's cyclical.
Yeah. All right. Todd, thank you so much for coming in today.
Absolutely, Randy. It's good to see you.
Oh, do you have a website, by the way?
Of course we do. So anybody wants to find out what's going on with Ohio Mutual, it's omig.com. And you can find out all about our policies, all about the markets we're in, and all about something new that's coming up that we're starting to promote here that's some member benefits that are aside from and different from just the insurance that you buy.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. We'll check them out on the website. Thank you so much, Todd.
Good to see you.
My name is Randy Bigley. Join me on the podcast right now. We're going to talk with Miki Zeigler from Brightview, but we're also going to talk with Paula Brown from ADAMH because we're going to talk about remembering our loved ones. So we're going to start off with Miki. We're going to talk about Brightview. Good morning, Miki.
Good morning, Randy. Glad to be here again today.
Glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So Brightview. If somebody doesn't know exactly what Brightview is, let's start off with that. What is Brightview?
Sure. Yeah. Brightview is an outpatient addiction treatment center. We are located both in Mansfield and Marion and across the state. We take walk-ins Monday through Friday, 8 to 3. We're here when you're ready, and we treat you like a person and addiction like the disease that it is.
And if someone wants to make an appointment, how can they do that?
You have several ways you can do that. You can actually just walk in our doors Monday through Friday, 8 to 3. You can call 833-510-4357 and schedule with someone that day. Or you can go online and schedule at www.brightviewhealth.com for any site across the state.
Okay. Wow, so that's pretty easy to get signed up then, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. We take all insurances, and no one's ever turned away from our program.
Awesome.
And no wait list at all.
Awesome. And like you said, no don't feel bad about going if you need to go, and there's no judgment there at all, right?
Absolutely no judgment whatsoever.
Oh, wow, great. And we'll talk a bit more about Brightview coming up. Let's talk with your guest, Paula
Yes.
Brown. Go ahead if you want to introduce her.
Yes, happy to have Paula Brown with me today from ADAMH Board. We are on the same coalition, and that is our Crawford County Suicide Prevention Coalition. So we're here to talk a little bit about that, as May is Mental Health Awareness Month. But we're also here to talk about an event we have going on. So it's remembering our loved ones. And I'm going to pass the mic over to Paula.
Sure.
Yes, thanks for having me, and thanks for sharing your time slot here. As you know, the community knows we do our annual walk every year. We're still planning that in September. This is not taking the place of the walk. However, we wanted to have more events in the community.
Okay.
So one of the events that the committee felt would be meaningful is to have a Remembering Our Loved One event. So what this is going to be, it's going to be on May 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. We're going to gather at the square in downtown Bucyrus at the fountain mural area. We're going to have speakers, we're going to have vendors, we're going to have fellowship, and we're going to do a candle lighting ceremony just to remember those that have been lost. And this does not have to be a loss via suicide. This could be any kind of loss. So we've all experienced a loss in our families, I'm sure. So just please come and let us support you and honor your loved one.
And that's when again, May 19th, you said?
It's a Friday, yep. Friday, May 19th, 6 to 9 p.m. And we're still working on all of the speakers, but we do have some lined up, and hopefully this will be a very meaningful evening for everyone.
Let's talk about the Suicide Prevention Coalition a little bit. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so the Crawford Suicide Prevention Coalition was started with a small group of people in the ADAMH Board support back in 2001. They had their first walk in 2004. So it's been going on for a long time, and we're proud to say we're still here. We meet monthly. We have been meeting the third Thursday at 4 o'clock. So if anyone's interested in being part of our coalition, we do meet in person and Zoom options. So those that cannot travel and come, that's helpful. So just get a hold of us at the ADAMH Board if you're interested. Like I said, we do have our annual walk. We're planning this. We're also planning a documentary at Shines Art Park, June 22nd. It's going to be Suicide, the Ripple Effect, and that's Kevin Hines. He is a gentleman that attempted to take his life by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge, and he survived, and he has a powerful message.
Well, let me tell you the story about that. He spoke at the Renaissance Theater. My wife went, my kids went. They just were moved by it. They thought it was incredible. They got his book and everything. So
Well, great. Unfortunately, we can't get him in person, but we do have his documentary.
That's
so
awesome.
we're planning
Good.
on
That's
showing
good.
that. So that more info is coming on that and the flyers. So
that's a great story too.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't know about that, it's a fantastic story.
Yeah.
So But it touched my family, so I had to work. I couldn't go. But
Well, maybe you can come to the June event.
You know what? Yes, thank you. I would love to do that.
Yeah. So we're just planning to be more visible and be out and do more things throughout the year. So not just the annual walk, but to raise awareness and to have resources available for if someone is attending and they or their loved ones need additional support or they need resources, we're going to have people there that can assist.
Okay. Yeah, I think like you said at the beginning of the podcast, I think every family's been touched by it somehow, somewhere. Nobody's immune from it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So the event again for the Remembering Loved Ones is May 19th, and that's at the mural and fountain area, right?
Right.
Okay. Cool. You gonna add anything?
No, just that we're honored to actually be honored to have Paula with me today, as we do work very close together with the ADAMH Board here in Crawford and in even Marion County. Another thing I think we're going to touch base on is the blessing box. That was just a couple of us community partners sit down together and wanted to give back to the community in the times that are coming up that are going to be hard for individuals. We know things have been cut, so we've made this this is a great opportunity, and I'll let Paula touch base on that as well.
Yeah, so we're actually having a ribbon cutting That's coming up today at 1.
Okay.
But if you missed the ribbon cutting, we still are asking for community support. So what the Blessing Box is, it's a freestanding box that has non-perishable food items.
Okay.
It's open 24/7. There's no income requirement. There's no appointment. If you need some food, please come. So kids walking home from school, people after work, maybe you can't get to a social service agency or don't want to for whatever reason, this is open for all. It's located right beside the Bourne Center and St. Paul's on Swigert Street, right on
Okay.
the alley. So you can just pull up, get out. If you want to leave a canned good, that's welcome too.
Oh, great, yeah.
But we're asking if you would consider your church, your civic organization, your 4-H group. If you're looking for a project, you can contact the Bourne Center or the ADAMH board, and we'll talk more about that. But basically, we just want partners to take a month to check the box and help fill the box. So it'd be
Yeah.
great to have more community involvement. And I think this is going to be truly a blessing. So
Yeah,
we're calling
right.
it Bucyrus Blessing Box.
Right.
And thank you to the Eliminators Car Club because they donated the material. They helped make the box, helped install it. They did install it on a Saturday. So we've had community involvement already
That's
with this
great.
project.
That's great. What a neat thing, too. And like I said, if you help yourself, right? If you need
Yes.
it, go take it, and yeah. And if you want to drop some food off, go ahead and supply it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just non-perishables.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to put a chicken in there or something.
No rotisserie chickens, no.
no. Especially during the summertime.
Right, but we would like to pair up with
Yeah.
maybe the outreach center and have
Sure.
some fresh produce in the
That
summer
would be
we
cool,
could have
right.
available. Yeah, so we have
Neat.
possibilities there of what we
Yeah.
have planned for the Blessing Box.
Cool, and it's there now, right?
It is. The food's
Okay.
going to be stocked today
Good,
after
good.
the ribbon cutting at 1 o'clock. It'll be available to use.
Yes.
That's great. I'm glad to see that. And of course, we have if you want to learn more about it, we have a couple articles on Crawford County Now where we talk about it and what it is and how it works. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, thank you so much. And anything else you want to add before we go?
Just remind everybody that we're stronger together. So great partnership. Our community, we're very blessed here in Crawford County.
Yeah.
So just remind everybody we are stronger together. So.
Yep. And just a quick reminder, there is the 988 is
Yeah.
the new crisis line. So
Yes,
if anybody needs to talk, if there's something, it's 988, and it does route to our local contracted call center to get
Cool.
help, so they know our resources.
And if people don't know, it works like the 911 number. You just dial 988.
Yes, easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad they have that now because, nothing's worse than not having the phone number, but now
Right.
everybody knows 988.
Yeah,
so
it's
great.
easy. Yes.
Great.
Thank you for having us.
Hey,
Randy.
thank you so much. It's a lot of great things going on. And again, remembering our loved ones is May 19th, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Mural and Fountain area in downtown Bucyrus.
Absolutely.
All right. And I will talk to you here pretty soon again.
Yes, you will. You'll see me very soon. So
Yes.
we're grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough. Brightview can't thank you enough.
Yeah, yeah.
It's directing people, getting people the help that they need.
Good. Hopefully we're bringing people to your door. So that's what our goal is.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.